what was the most impressive part of that performance?
First test is always, you're a little bit nervous. I think I said before the game, there's a bit of a nervous excitement about where you're at. And that applies to both teams. They've had their challenges assembling everyone from North, but for us to go out there and play, particularly with the tempo and pace and intensity in that first half, was really critical for us, and I thought we did it really, really well. I think it took the game away from them and probably took the crowd away from them, which was pretty important for us. But I really liked our efficiency in that part.
You said Damien McKenzie was good before. What did you like about his performance?
I thought Damien just carried on doing what, I guess I think he brought his Super Rugby form into the black jersey. He looked nice and calm. He was controlling things. They were under a lot of pressure that first kickoff, weren't we? Where he scrambled back and saved us, but he didn't get flustered, and he just controlled that most of that game really, really well from 10. So he'll be pleased. He wants me to sack Brody Retallick as a kicking tee person. He said he was a bad luck for him, but overall, really pleased for him.
Anything that stands out that you want to improve directly for next week?
For the whole team?
Yep.
Oh, there's enough there. We lost the second half in the end. We made a lot of tackles in the second half, and I think we probably weren't as efficient with some of our opportunities, and we couldn't really put them under sustained pressure. And I think that's a little bit from us, and probably a lot from them. I thought they lifted a little bit, but overall, no, I think there's some real pleasing stuff there, and in many ways having to have a strong defensive effort going in that test, I think will bode well for us going forward.
Just lastly from me, that the travel factor, you're not arriving home until Monday afternoon. You play South Africa Saturday night. How tricky is that this week?
Yeah, look, it's always tricky. It's kind of like the old days of Rugby Championship where we used to go from here to South Africa and ride there Saturday night. So, I think we'll acclimatise. We'll get used to the week. It'll be a bit different, but the challenge is still the same. We've adopted our strategy. Really about bringing this whole squad here. We felt the time together was critical for us to come together, and so South Africa had a different strategy, but at the end of the day, Mount Smart will be playing each other, and all bets are off.
Sam, take us back to that moment, that 20-odd seconds into the test when Damien tried clearing the ball, it was charged down, goes up to the TMO. What did you guys say as a leadership group? Appreciate your stuff.
Well, Damo assured us that it was that he got it down, so we just planned for the line dropout. But we talked about if they kick off again, how we'll make sure we don't make those same mistakes again. Obviously put a lot of pressure on Geordie, and he got nailed behind the advantage line, and then the next tackle we got nailed behind the advantage line too. So we made some subtle changes there, and I think we're a lot better for it.
And the other day you mentioned it's going to be a battle of collisions against the Pumas. You guys had that space certainly, but what was the difference? You guys getting a bit of control in that area?
Look, I thought our ball carrier was really good first half, what makes it easier for our guys coming in and cleaning out, but also the fact that we were playing to space. So we were getting game on, we were playing to where the space was, and that always makes things easier.
And your mate Amoni obviously getting his debut, a trial debut as well, that's pretty unreal.
Yeah, it sure is. I think every All Black, if they asked for a highlight of their career, they always look back and say, the debut was the realisation of a dream, like a really special occasion. For Amoni to do it over here, and what's a pretty good win, and then to cap it off with a try at the end there, I think he should be really proud of his performance.
Just maybe a comment from both of you on this one, because I just spoke to Amoni and he mentioned that after the game you get the trophy, you guys sent him to go and get it. Talks about the culture of the All Blacks and kind of the reasoning behind why you want the new guy to go and get this award.
Yeah, I suppose it's a little bit of a tradition that's come about. I think it's a team sport, and no one really wants to be the one holding the trophy and showing it off. So we'll give it to the new guy. But also, hopefully it makes them feel like they've done an outstanding job. They've contributed to the win, and they're right in there and part of the team.
Certainly did contribute. And last question from me. 12 months ago, obviously the loss to Ireland, South Africa, and Argentina and Christchurch. But to see how far this team's come, when a lot of people might have written off the All Blacks ahead of the World Cup, do you think it's time that the world kind of takes notice of the All Blacks again?
Well, I hope not. Quite happy. I think it's, we certainly have, we've grown, but let's face it, it's a new year. It's game one. Really pleased with our start, and against a team that we've got a lot of respect for, and deservedly so. So, we'll take it. We've got to prove that we are still growing, I guess, from here. But that's the beauty of Test match rugby, isn't it? Every week's a different challenge, but overall, I think we're taking steps in the right direction.
Ian, you talk about the second half. New Zealand used to score tries in the last minutes of the match, but today you just score one try. Is that the point to improve, to play against South Africa?
Yes, it is. There's no doubt about that. I think we like to finish strong, and the Pumas did that today, and that's probably a credit. You talk about our culture; it's a credit to their culture. I thought they really hoed into us in that second half and that last quarter and didn't give up. And again, we started with there's a lot of turnover ball, and we started to get a little bit. I thought we opened up too much, and they were good enough to defend us. So some nice lessons there about respecting the opportunities we get, and making sure that when we know how to deal with an opponent, we've got to be diligent right through to the end.
And one more time, I think that next week in South Africa, the match will be harder in the contact. How do the team feel after that match? Physically.
After this match, physically, it was tough out there. Boys were blowing. Just that change of intensity from Super Rugby up to international rugby. It certainly increased pace and intensity, so the boys could feel that. And as talked about, we knew the game would be, as it often is one around collisions. So there's a few sore boys in there. It's nice that it's an afternoon game, to be honest. We'll be able to get back to the hotel and get some good recovery in, hopefully get some good sleep in before then we're getting on a bus at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So there's some sore boys, but it's going to be really important we recover the best we can, because like you said, we'll be in for another big one next week.
Sam, a question. First of all, congratulations for the win. How does it feel play again on the country?
How does it feel to play again in Argentina?
Yes.
Yeah, look, obviously as a team, and I think everyone in the management and the squad, it's our first time to Mendoza. We're aware that the All Blacks have played here twice in the past, but it's the first time an official test match has been played. And every test that I've played against Argentina has either been in La Plata or Buenos Aires, so it's been really enjoyable the week here in Mendoza. We got told that it's sort of a little bit more of a rugby city, and I think we could feel that a little bit during the week through people around the hotel. At our captain's run, there was a lot of people there supporting, and you could sort of just feel the buzz build a little bit throughout the week. So really enjoyed the experience of coming to Mendoza, and I thought the crowd made for an awesome atmosphere this afternoon.
Para Foster, preguntarle cómo vio el partido, después que en conferencia de prensa habíamos hablado de que hubo 5 vuelos en 3 días y realmente se vio al equipo funcionar muy bien, ¿no?
Defined the game, given that you spoke during the press conference about having had 5
Yeah, look, we're delighted. I think it, you know, like it's not the easiest travel over here, but that's everyone has to deal with that. But I think the tempo, the speed of that first half particularly was fast, and I could see Argentina starting to struggle with that. Could probably see some of us starting to struggle with it too, and so you know we'll be better for that performance. But I mean, it's not often the Rugby Championship plays its first game and we haven't sort of had a July series before us, you know, like against Northern Hemisphere teams to get ready for the Rugby Championship. So I think both teams were a little bit short of a run, but wow, you know, I thought it was a great test match in spite of that.
Y Sam, si el sistema de juego fue el que planificaron para el partido y le salió de acuerdo a la planificación.
Were you able to stick to your game plan today?
Yeah, for large parts of the game, we were able to stick to the game plan. Obviously, in the first half, we're pretty sharp. The second half, I think our poor discipline let them back into the game a wee bit. But as Ian has spoken about, they felt like they lifted up a gear the second half as well. So it's good. We had parts of the game that we're really proud of, but it'll mean when it comes to our review, there'll be some clear areas that we can knuckle down on and identify how we're going to get better.
All done? One more? Okay, all done. Thanks, team.